وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين الله الذي جعل لكم الأرض قرارا والسماء بناء وصوركم فأحسن صوركم ورزقكم من الطيبات ذلكم الله ربكم فتبارك الله رب العالمين هو الحي لا إله إلا هو فادعوه مخلصين له الدين الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Amen. Thank you very much, Imam Jallo. Council, if you're ready with this morning's witness, we may proceed, please.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. Good morning also to members of the audience. The witness is available. We're ready to proceed. Thank you.
Engage the witness. If you can just remind us all that we are still dealing with institutional hearings and the context in which that is in our work plan. Just briefly, as a reminder for the public, and then you start with the witness.
Certainly, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much. We're still on the institutional hearings of the NIA, the institutional hearings of the TRRC, focusing specifically at this moment on the NIA. For those who've been keenly following the proceedings, you would have noticed that we were trying to show the various types of activities the NIA was involved in and the types of rights violations that arose from those NIA engagements. In particular, we've tried to show that the NIA was pretty much used as the center for torture in this country by the Jammeh regime. We have also showed that there's been some form of a system that was put in place comprising of various institutions and elements of the state, wherein torture was organized and perpetrated within the NIA premises against Gambians, both serving members of our security forces as well as civilians. That's been the main essence of what we've had so far. We've also dealt with a little bit about the fabrication of evidence that was taking place at the NIA. So it was like anybody to be eliminated, sort of, from the system. The NIA would have been the place where evidence was fabricated against that person to be able to put that person away, either by way of imprisonment or to remove the person from one's job. That's what we were trying to do all these past weeks, and I believe that we would continue that into the new year. In the meantime, we have tried to dovetail into this institutional hearing other topics that otherwise we would have had to do separately. But we dovetail them into the NIA hearing simply because the violations that took place, that occurred within those themes, occurred at the NIA itself. So there is that connection. the NIA involvement in those other issues. Say, for instance, the April 14th demonstration. That itself is a theme that we need to look into, but the rights violations, or most of the rights violations emanating from that team, took place at the NIA with the involvement of NIA officers. So it made sense to really combine these hearings. We've done so with regards to other themes that have a direct relationship with the NIA, either as an institution or NIA personnel. Hopefully, by early next year, we would start doing the hearings of the persons adversely mentioned within the NIA, just to give them the opportunity to respond to the allegations that have been made against them. And hopefully that would be the grand finale for the institutional hearing concerning the NIA. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you for that reminder, Council. We may now proceed.
I, retired General Momodou Alieu.
I, retired General Momodou Alieu.
Do swear that.
Do swear that.
I'll speak the truth.
I speak the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
Nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you.
Good morning, General.
Good morning, Council.
Welcome to the TRRC.
Thank you.
It seems this whole week is dedicated to the generals. You are called today to testify about one discrete issue. That is the involvement of General Langtombong Tamba in the 2006 coup d'etat, whether he was involved or not involved, and your release from prison in 2009, we would want to know why, and your subsequent involvement in Langtombong's trial, which led to his conviction for involvement in the 2006 coup d'etat. You have sworn an oath to speak the truth. It is a criminal offense under the laws of this country to lie under oath. It is also an offense to lie or provide false information to the TRRC. So we want you to speak the truth about what you know, with the full knowledge that the evidence you're going to give concerns the reputation of another individual. It doesn't matter who the person is. Once it affects the reputation of another person, it is important that one gets it right, that one is absolutely truthful. For the audience watching these proceedings at home or listening to it in the radio, we are carrying out this exercise in order to show the culture that prevailed in the Gambia National Army, of wherein they would try to implicate one another in wrongdoing, either fraudulently or by way of revenge, and that has led to the elimination of a lot of officers on whom this country has spent a great deal of money to train. that is an absolute waste. And the Commission is going into this exercise to try to address those rights violations, but also to help end this cycle of falsely incriminating one another. This is not to say, General, that what you have to say or what you may say is false. That is not my position. I just say this in order to give an introduction to the topic so that the people would understand exactly why this hearing today. So, General, we expect that you would be very honest and truthful in your testimony, like we expect everybody else to be honest and truthful in their testimonies. Do you understand?
Yes, thank you, Council.
General, we have adopted this system of allowing for interpretation in the local languages. Which local language would you prefer that we interpret your testimony in?
Mandinka will do.
So we have the Mandinka interpretation. General, I'd encourage you to allow the interpreters to first finish the interpretation before you respond. Could we have that interpretation, please? All right. So we may start, General. What are your full names?
My names are Momodou Alieu.
Momodou Alieu baleti.
Date and place of birth?
September 10th, 1973 at Lamen.
Nguluta Lamen September karotil tang 1973.
Lamen Sato.
Lamen Sato.
Briefly tell us about your educational and professional career. Just briefly, General.
Mala sutiya kan drong ila londo nyi karango nyi ya kumase nyamen dong fo ya dan nyamen afo nyembang.
Okay. I attended St. Peter's Primary School.
Na follow St. Peter's Primary Karambuto.
Then to St. Peter's High School.
Ndata St. Peter's High School Karambumbato.
After my O-levels, I taught for 1 year at St. Edward's Secondary School at Buyam.
During an O-level ke foka pare nga karandiro ke sinya killing St. Edward's Karambu nyento membe Buyam.
Came back then, I pursued a computer programming course at Institute Lab for me, informatic.
Nga computer karango fanan no masata nga karango ke ko yo ke mentole
Institute Lab for me Informatic Gambia Limited.
Institute Lab Informatic Gambia Limited na computer karango ke walto.
And then during that period I was attached to the Continent Bank of
Tembo ye nalu ko nakindi Continent Bank la du bundale la me Continent Bank la bunda membe Gambia jang.
I also worked with the Continent Bank briefly. Then from there, I joined the Armed Forces of the Gambia in May 1996.
Nga wati sutundo ko ke Continent Bank bari bitung me karo kono 1996 nata dung sojaria do ko to.
I went through the basic military training.
Na sojaria dundang karango ke.
After passing out, I was posted to the Gambian Forces Finance Department as an accounts clerk.
Ringan karango bang yen samba Gambia sojar bundala nafulu bundala nketa controller doku lati je kafume accounts clerk.
But that was as a private soldier.
Rutumo na makamu mang rank sort of follow kafume private soldier mbewoltonu.
Then in April 1997,
April Karokono 1997.
I went for the CSB. That's the Officer Cadet Selection Board.
Ntata CSB la menketa eka official tombon damento pour que dundi officer ya karangu nyinto.
And I passed the exams.
Na londi konti bo ke nga gagné.
And I was promoted to officer cadet.
Tumolem yelna palaso lafa yenke officer cadet.
And I think in 1998,
1998
I was sent on a course to Turkey. I came back in June 2000. Then I was posted to Fajara Barracks as a platoon commander. And, the same time as the IT officer of the Gambia Armed Forces.
IT officer information technology Gambia la sojar bundala.
I used to train all those soldiers and officers of the Gambia Armed Forces who were identified for overseas missions.
Tumo ntelefananka o sojarolu jama karandi men yalon ko ye nyala tombong pour kata do ko la Gambia banko e bantala.
Training in what?
Kata karam la Gambia banko. Eke karam ke karandi IT lela.
And then in I think in 2004 I was sent on a peacekeeping mission to Ethiopia.
2004 sangokono yenki kaira sabatindo la Ethiopia banko kang.
I came back in February of 2005.
Nata February karokono 2005 sangokono.
I was posted back to finance.
Ya murundi kodo na fulubunda doku karola.
As the SO1 finance.
Well, SO1 finance.
What is SO1?
Munam SO1 ti.
SO1, staff officer 1.
Staff
finance.
officer 1.
That was where I was until March 2006.
For March 2006.
When I had this problem. Got arrested, and taken to Mile 2.
Mile 2.
Eventually, taken to court. Convicted. And sentenced to 25 years in jail.
And what were the charges against you?
Concealment of treason.
And what was the evidence against you?
Counsel, there was no evidence against me.
General. You were taken to the NIA for investigations before the panel.
Yes, Counsel.
Counsel.
When you went there, did you give a statement?
Yes, Counsel.
Counsel.
And what did you say to the NIA?
What I told him that, I have no idea about the coup. That it was on that fateful 21st of March. Almost closing time. Former CDS Ndurcham
member CDS yala Ndurcham
invited me to his office and told me about his intention of wanting to overthrow the regime of Yaya Jammeh. And that he will want me to take part. I told him, I cannot do that, and I'm not interested. Then he said to me, okay, I'm going for a Exotic Council meeting. But you can go and see my MA, Bunja Dabo.
Isita yenna emeje ikafume bunjadabo.
So that was how I left his office.
Otumole mbotala office oto.
I went to Bunja's office.
Ntata bunjala office oto.
Then while I was there, Bunja called Jah, Captain Abdul Karim Jah then.
Rimbe bunjala office okono Captain Abdul Karim Jah kumandi.
Jah came.
Janata.
Then when he came,
Granata.
Bunja informed us about the the same coup.
Bunja fana yin kudeta kilingole kibaro fontolie.
And we told him that we are not interested. Both me and Jah told him that we are not interested.
Ntanin jabe nyina fayan ko malafi nyin ko wala dal ndati je.
So we left.
Butum ntal botaje.
Whilst I was going out,
Rimba findikang.
I met the orderly to Langtombon Tamba, Modu Jata.
Rimba findikang Langtombon Tambala Odli Modu Jata na bentaje.
Modu what?
Modu Jata.
Modu Jata.
At that time, what position did Langtombong hold?
He was the deputy CDS.
Utumo atele simbe CDS kan.
So I asked him, where is your boss? He said he's in.
Nanyininka ila nyatonko le ako ube konoto.
Then I went in.
Ndunta.
I told him that CDS just informed me that he want to overthrow the government of Yajame today. Are you aware?
Nanyim fayanko. Bitung CDS yin fanyanko alafta ya jamela man sakunda boyindila bi fango. Foy buta kala male bang.
He looked at me, in the eyes and told me, look, shut your mouth.
Njube nyakono akonye ajube bang ida sorong.
That was how I left his office.
Mbotala office okono tenne.
You and Langtombong, who was senior in rank, I know the answer is obvious, but I have a reason for asking.
Itani Langtombong makamo la karola jumala makamo be jumaka ngala ne jabiro nyimbe kala ate
Jabiro bekela menti. Bari dalila le ya sabu nga nyinin karoke.
When at that time or now?
At that time.
At that time it was him.
Atelo.
What was his rank?
He was. I think he was a colonel. And
I
was a lieutenant.
The gap was very wide.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You had, what lieutenant were you? First lieutenant or second lieutenant?
No, a lieutenant.
Full lieutenant.
There is no full lieutenant. There is a second lieutenant, a lieutenant.
Yes.
Lieutenant and in second lieutenant.
So you had captain,
major,
lieutenant colonel, between, so basically 4 ranks.
Exactly.
You have sworn an oath to speak the truth. And you know that what you are saying has significant reputational implications. Speak the truth.
Whatever I'm saying here is nothing but the truth. I fear nobody except Allah. Whatsoever evidence I'm giving here, people are watching me, all white, and people know who Emeba is. I don't play with truth. I tell you the truth, no matter who you are.
What did you understand? Let me take it a step backwards. You have made a commitment to speak the truth. You have taken an oath to speak the truth. Tell us. Did you go to Langtombong Tamba and tell him what you have just said?
To
his office, not Aya.
Council.
I'm telling you what I told Lantombo Ntamba on that day.
And
then I will further, you see, whatsoever I'm giving here, I'm going to back it up with evidences. I'm not going to sit here only and tell you this and this.
Do you have any evidence to back what you have just said?
Yes, I have. Now, I will refer you to a telephone, conversation. If you can get those printouts. My mobile number then.
Na mobile number wutumola
991 4959.
4959.
No. Langtombong's office number.
Langtombong office number
4225.
4225
775.
775.
Langtombong asked his orderly to call me around 1 o'clock at night.
Lantombong kala orderly yang kumandi talang kiling wato suto.
When I was already in bed. When the orderly called me,
bring orderly yang kumandi.
I received the phone.
Na telefonota.
He said to me, hold on for my boss.
I took
the phone.
Na telefonota.
He said, what you said is true.
But
let's handle this.
No. What you said is true.
Thank you.
Proceed.
Okay. And then? He said, but we will. We have started, arresting the, some of the, suspects. I said, okay. I told you.
So your argument is that if we look at the call records of 22nd March 2006, we would be able to see a call emanating from this number 4225775 to mobile number 9914959.
Exactly.
And this call would have come at around what time in the morning?
It should be around 1 a.m.
Okay.
And furthermore,
just a moment, we would come to that. In the morning, or when you spoke to Langtombong, as you claim, and he told you to keep your mouth shut, that's what you said?
Yes.
Did he really tell you that?
Those were his exact words.
What did you understand him to mean?
For me, I thought. I thought maybe he did not take me seriously. Or he saw me too, junior to talk to him. That's my feeling then.
I did not ask for your feeling. I did not say your feeling. My question is, what did you understand him to mean? Keep your mouth shut. What was he telling you? What did you understand him to mean?
To me, it was like, mind your business.
That's
it.
From that answer, what was your view as to his position with regards to this so-called coup that was being talked about?
No, frankly speaking, I never, suspected him. And I never had any, any ill feeling, against him at that time. That was how I left,
the question is, when he told you to keep your mouth shut, did you have any suspicions that he may have been involved?
No.
Honey.
Exactly. So you had no such thinking.
No.
Honey.
So you've now pointed out just one evidence showing that you had this conversation with Langtombo. And this evidence, that is the call records, that is yet to be verified.
Go
ahead.
And further, when I arrived home that evening, I called Babukar Jata.
Babukar Jata fanan kumandi.
Mr. Chair, perhaps maybe I'll ask that you grant an order for Gamtel to look into their records and provide the call records of telephone number 9914959 and also the call records of 4225775 for the 22nd March 2006 for Gamtel to provide it if it is possible. So we would ask that you grant such an order.
That appropriate council, let's proceed accordingly, either in writing, prepare something and an outsign, we send the order to Gamtel.
That's right. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. The order would be drafted and we would send it to you to sign.
Splendid.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just permit me to just write the telephone numbers and send it to the office and get one of the lawyers to draft the order. Mr. Witness, just to note that these call records would only show that a call was made at a particular time. But it does not show the contents of the call. I just want to flag that. So that evening when you went home, you placed a call to who?
Colonel Babukar Jata.
Colonel Babukar Jata le kumandi.
Which terminal did you use to call him? Which device?
Mobile Juma, number
on my phone. Your mobile phone?
Yes, exactly.
No mobile phone.
Do you recall Babukar Jatta's number of the time?
O wato la Babukar Jatta nomba nying fo yakilo sa muta nole bang.
It's surprising you're able to remember a 2006 number or 2006 numbers.
Yeah, that was my own line, so I remember. But I can't remember Babukar's number now.
And we would, when we receive the call records, we will check the details, the numbers you have called.
Exactly.
And try to verify whether Babukar Jatta's number is on it.
Ninga nying kibaru nomba nimero soto ko ngai men kaninte ninga soto mba jubelale fo Babukar Jatta fanana nomba nyinga betarla jele.
And we would ask Gamtel to provide the telephone number that was registered to Babukar Jatta's name at the time, considering that he was he held what position?
I think he was the interior minister then, I think.
Kanindro fanankela Gamtel bulle ko Babukar Jatta ya jubenye Babukar Jatta o watola nimero juma ke muna fambenna me yalon ko ayata yo register tela toyala je o watola andun hanin kabise do Babukar Jatta la place o yalo ne ba o wato mum place le babulu ba
atelum interior minister tino ngamira utumo.
And what did you tell him?
Yo muna faye
I told him exactly what Bursham told me.
Namem faye wolem ndurcham ye kumakang mem fanye ngau kumakang kiling le faye.
He said he is already aware.
Nyina fanya ko atababorin ko lu kalamale.
And that he is in touch with Serigne Modou Ndiaye.
Ando ay fanya ko anin Serigne Modou Ndiaye be ñomoy kanne.
And what position did Serigne Modou Ndiaye hold at the time?
Serigne Modou Ndiaye o watola mum place le babulu.
Serigne Modou then I think he was with the state guards.
Serigne Modou ngamira wotembo abe state guards le kono.
What happened afterwards?
Then
I was at home until the early morning of 3-4.
Mbedno ya kambe ya kata hanfo somanda juno la talan saba kata talan nani kang.
So 3 to 4 hours after the call by Langtombong, you mentioned.
Montoro wati saba fonna montoro wati nani kola kabri yembu Langtombong call kome ya kumandi ya fanyame.
Then there was a knock on our main gate.
Tumolom yen korda bunda ba kong.
And my dad alerted me that I should go and see, who is at the gate.
Mfama yen mkumandi ka fanya ngata jube jumale be korda dato.
When I opened the gate,
I
saw some soldiers.
Fully
armed.
They
said, they were there to arrest me. Then I asked them under whose order. And what has happened? They said, no, they've been sent to come for me. Okay, then allow me to get in and dress up. Then one of them escorted me inside. I dressed up, came out with. I went with them. And they drove straight to mile 2. Where I was received by prison officers. I was asked to remove my belongings on me. Like my belts, my finger rings, my watch, my shoes. Everything. And I was then escorted to security wing number 5. Security wing and locked in a one-man cell.
How did you feel at this time?
I was surprised, and worried.
akatanya tere makoleti bari ayanda fanang.
Why were you surprised?
Because I don't know what has gone wrong. I don't know what I did.
Malong muneketa alung malong ntafango kumwe muneke.
Would you know subsequently?
Yes.
Yes.
Tell us how.
After 3 days.
Rintili sabatambita.
Mile 2.
Mbe mile 2.
I was removed from mile 2 to NIA.
Yambondi mile 2 kansamba NIA.
Then I was taken to a hall.
Yensamba bunkono ba kono.
Upstairs.
Bunjango santo.
Where I met a panel already seated.
Ngatara panelo bije wala molu be sirin kono to je.
In that panel.
Wo molu men be panelo to.
I met Lantombo Tamba himself seated. On my right.
Ngalantombo mfangatara sirin je mbuluba karola.
And on his left was Usman Sonko.
Atemara karola Usman Sonko be sirin je.
And Haidara was directly opposite me.
Haidara be tilindin telante kungona be tilindin nyola.
And other panel members were in.
Andum mo kotangulu fanara bije menu mo panelo kafo moluti.
Who took you to the NIA?
Jumale yesamba NIA la usansango.
We are soldiers.
Ilmu sojaro leti.
Dressed in what type of uniform?
Yemu uniform sifal del lung.
We are in camouflage. Our normal military uniforms.
Ibe camouflage uniform le dung memo nyim bay kalan dingol di sojaro luka o bay kalan dingol menu dung ndalta uniform façon men dunna.
Did you see any soldiers dressed in the jungler's uniform?
Fo yam moje jele bang me soldier jele me jongula uniform o dumba.
No.
Ani
Did not. Did they carry any arms?
Fo joran be bulle bang.
Yes.
ha
And I was even handcuffed, from prison to mile 2.
andu otumo fana yembulolu hankof le
From
kata
prison to mile 2 or from prison to NIA?
From prison to NIA, sorry.
kabo kasola kata NIA yembulolu hankof le.
When you arrived at the panel, were you still in handcuffs?
Bri tara fo ni fu ye futande panelo nyati lingola NIA jedo fo hanka bi hankofo be bulo dara bang.
Yes, all right through the interrogation, I was in handcuff.
ha nyinin karo wuce o fam mume o be kono o be atale hankofo be mbuloto.
We have heard Mr. Tamba here, General Tamba. He testified that all those people who were brought before the panel were not in handcuffs. The handcuffs were removed.
Said andiro soto Mr. Tamba bulu janko e kaw mol men na de panelo nyati lingola je wol molu ni be na la je bulol bu katara sitri wala bi bulol bu katara handcuff ring e ka handcuff bondi bulol balala yemo ne soto.
He lied.
Ay fani alf.
It's not true.
To nyante.
I was handcuffed.
Nte bulolo be handcuff ring.
He told the commission
that
he never had this conversation with you, this conversation that you seem to have remembered so vividly.
Ako atalana ni mang ning ko ning kacha doto kume yalon ko hakilo ya mutabaki alfa.
He is not telling the truth.
Mandara tonya fokan.
And I will give you a further evidence on that.
Andu mbese yar do fanan dile lale wo karola.
Can I proceed?
Yes, go ahead.
During my court martial.
Ben kitindi kan sojar silo la tumome.
Go ahead.
Okay. When it was my time to enter the box.
Biring wato sita puruntenga dum keso kono.
Normally.
Ka Kenya ming.
We are escorted from mile 2 to Union Barracks every day by the Provost Marshal Timothy Sanyang.
Luolunding ikandandan ne kabu mile 2 kata sojar kordato Timothy Sanyang Provost wala kan ndandan.
Then on this day,
ulungula
when I was to enter the box.
Biring wato sita purunga dum keso kono.
When we arrived at Yundum.
Biring futata Yundum.
Normally we are taking to an office our breakfast before the commencement of the court. So during that time, a call came from headquarters. It was Bobaji. He called Timothy Sanyang. Timothy Sanyang command. That was our escorting officer. And he said, he want to talk to me. Everyone was surprised because somebody going to court. And why are you calling that guy? So Timothy came and told me, Oga, you have a call. I asked him who. He said it's Bobaji. I went to receive the call.
On what did he call?
Excuse me?
On what did he call? Was it a mobile phone?
No. It was a landline. Then I received the call. He said to me, Langtombo said that there is no need for me to enter the box, and that he is doing everything possible to make sure I'm free. I said, okay, if that's the case, then fine. I went in.
Okay, we would come back to that. You said that is further proof of the fact that you had informed Langtombong about this on the day of the planned coup.
Ko nyimfana muko dol sedaro dol ti member itandila ko if yel inana Langtombong kala mutandila nyim coup d'etat nyina ko la.
So let's go back to the issue of your presence at the NIA.
Silangata ko nyinto wala nyinde itela ma be wala NIA.
While at the NIA,
tembo mena benung NIA,
were there any people with guns in that hall?
For mol taranta jela dum bang men yalon ko inin jorangol le mem kidolti o bungo nyin kono je albe damento panelo be damento.
Of course. Yeah, soldiers with guns.
Miss General Tamba said they were asked to leave their guns outside.
General Tamba said andiro dijanko ako wo mol nyin ye kanine pour ye la kidol bula banda.
Is that true?
O mu tonyalti bang.
Council, I listened to General Tamba's testimony.
Council, General Tamba la CDRO la moele kunung.
He was not speaking the truth.
Mantara tonya fokang.
There were armed soldiers inside that hall.
Soldier joranti olube obungo konoje.
Was the environment, the interview environment, comforting or was it threatening?
Fo dinkiranya nyinin karol nin jabiro be kerin nun damento fo awu dinkiranya ngo bungo nyin kono je fo abe aba fam bungo nyin be deto abe deto kono bang mo abe deto kono je bang fo be famari be fambulu je la ba.
Of course, it was threatening.
Tonya je asilandirinya warta.
People that you used to work with together. For example, Langtombong.
Molu men yalon ko ni delta do ko kala nyola ko molu men ko Langtombong nyongo.
We used to have lunch at the headquarters.
Nka kontota nyola na suba to sojar kunda.
That day, Langtombong, seemed as if he has never known me in life. Not even to say, "Ba, how are you?" So, it was not a friendly environment at all.
And you were asked, what you knew about the coup.
Yes.
Ha.
And how did you respond?
I told them, you know, what exactly transpired between me and Nurcham.
Na foye men tambita ndur cham tema.
And I was asked to make a statement.
Utumole na tafanya watu kuma kangulu fo membe safela.
Did you tell them what transpired between you and Langtombo, what you claim to have transpired between you and Langtombo, and also what transpired between you and Babu Karjata?
Fo ya fo ene ban ko kuma kan men tambede itenin ko me yakani nyame men tambede itenin Langtombo tema aning kuma kan men fana tambede itenin Babu Karjata tema fo yo fo ene ba.
No, I did not tell them at the panel.
Ani mo fo panel to je.
Why?
Because Lang himself was sitting right on my right, you know, I could not have uttered such words, you know, at that time.
Kadu lamfang be siri mbuluba karo la je mbetlindi nyola. Nte okuma kamfaso ngulufono la je.
Why?
That was, you know, that was not just safe for me, you know, at that time.
Wotembo dal amunta amankem fe ku koyti. Mamam koyim fe pour ka okumol foje.
What do you mean by it was not safe for you?
The council, you know, I could not understand, you know, a whole CDS coming to sit at that panel with the IG, you know. So it was like, you know, I was trying to save myself.
Council manyin faham munanna CDS mumeo winning IG police la nyaton ko bina sila o panel to je. Ndebe men katakandron kame mira wala mbem fan tankandi la nyami.
Save yourself from what?
Ke fan tankandi munkula.
So, you know, one, to save myself from torture.
Follow kam fan tankandi ipuru kanan tajire ya.
To, you know, save myself from, to even save my life.
But your life was not at risk at that time.
Of course it was.
Why do you say it was?
Because, you know, I saw some of my colleagues, you know, who went before me to the NIA, you know, and came back to Mile 2.
Inate murundi na mile 2 nyala.
We are, you know, severely tortured.
Me ya lonko ye tajire ya nyajaw bala.
Did they tell you where they were tortured?
Foya fo na ye tajire ya minto le ba?
Yes.
Ah.
Where?
Minto.
NIA.
Did they say, did you ask them whether members of the panel knew that they were being tortured?
Fo ye info en ko o panelo molu alfa wal membe ko nyi kisiga fo ya kala mutala ko ye tol tajire ya lambade ye butele.
No, I did not ask them that question.
Ani menyi nkawala.
What do you say to the suggestion that there was no tortures at the NIA?
Yamunne soda be mem fola ko ni ya manyi ko butere kabuka kenung NIA.
Council, it was unfortunate.
Council akita kuke baloleti.
But people were mercilessly tortured.
Ye molu tajire ya je nyajaw balela.
You know, I treated a lot of people in Mile 2.
Ntenga mo jamale fango makoy eke balo topoto Mile 2 je.
And I used my money on many people.
Andu ngam fan sum kodo fango tale ka dépense mo jama kunna je.
You said you did not tell them about your encounter with Lang Tombong because he was seated right there and you were afraid. You were concerned about your safety.
Ko ima ini lantombon na nyo moyo dia mo ni menketal tema imo fo panelo do je nyin kamala ko ba lantombon fa be sirinji andu ibe maslande nu ifangola tankola.
Exactly.
But you were being charged for concealing treason.
Bari ye tumiro legan ko ye kuma ka ye jamfa jawo kibaro moy ya kuta ya mabo.
And your defense would have been that you told your superior officer.
silan tumala men na ite yo moynu nyen na fana nyen na pour fana tanko ko ye fan tankandi la dia moy ngol sana fo nyen na fulay ko nga fo na nyaaton ko yenne.
And another defense would have been you told the Minister of Interior.
And fanna do fana na isa fo no fana nga fo minister mem marli banko ta kono kunyala.
And you were seated there.
Be sirinjero.
You never told them that you told your superior officer.
Inana ma foye ko o panelo inana ma foye ko inana ya foye la nyaaton ko yenne.
You never told them that you told the Minister of Interior.
Andu inana ma foye fana ko inana ya fo minister mem marli banko kono kunyala.
Isn't that surprising?
Fo manke jakale ko woti bam.
No.
Ani?
Council, you see, every situation that you are in.
Council, itarta kuo kalanya wo kalanya kono.
You have to think about your own safety first.
And
then two, my own statement at the NIA was just half page. Half page I wrote, not even a full page. And I wrote that statement in the conference room. When Lang was sitting, watching what I was writing. I wrote half page. You can have my statement. It must be in the files.
No, kuma kan safari ni lafta iba soton no lale na lera talante mo le safe andung abela file lukono le na miroto.
Then I was taken back to mile 2.
What I can't understand is you may have been fearful of Lang Tombong Tamba because he was there, but Babukar Jatta was not there.
Ngamen fam nyin koro wala ngamen fam nyin koro wala nyindo isa fono le Babukar je Lang Tombong Tamba isi silano ko bawo be sirinje but Babukar Jatta wote nunje.
That is true.
Why didn't you tell them that you have informed Babukar Jatta?
Sila muna inde ima fo ko ya fo Babukar Jatta wenne.
I was going to inform them, but what happened is Council, I did not spend even 1 hour, at that panel. I was taken back. I thought I would have a second chance. Like my colleagues. But that never happened. Until when I was charged. So I had no enough time to explain myself. Until when I was charged. Then I took a lawyer. And then informed my lawyer about everything. Yes.
It is really strange that you are being charged with concealment and you have evidence right there that you did not conceal. You have reported to 2 superiors and you did not bring 3 superiors.
3 superiors. And one was Solomon. Solomon Jami, I think, yeah. But I think
ko nyi jahalo warra bag ye tumi kuma la ka fu ye jamfa jawo kibaro mo ya mabo andun ya jube to nya sede andro be bulle ka to ya fu nyame
no.
nyato nga saba kala mutandi.
Excuse me, I do not say Tonya. I did not say that. I am not saying whether what he is saying is true or is false. The commission would have to decide that. All I'm saying is he claims that he has 3 evidence to prove that he did not conceal, but he did not bring that out.
Ay kuma saba soto asimenu ken wala sedoti me yalon ko wala nyinti ko aya fo molu menye menu tata hanfo mo saba nyong bitung ala fo balia panelo nyati lungula ji wala keta atela boydati bari wo sede ya kolu wolubate bulule nu wotumo ase mennu fono.
So I don't understand why you would not bring that out. You may have been fearful of Lang, as you claim, but Babukar Jatta was not there.
Ma faham no isi sa fono ba ko lanto mo obe nu sirinje but Babukar Jatta wote nu sirinje.
Yeah, what happened is I think on my statement I wrote Solomon Jame, as one of them I told, because he was my badge mate in the army.
Ngamira na kuma kansa feri ngoto nganyin sa fejelo ko ngafo Solomon Jamme katu atemu moleti nimmen dunta nyola nyi sojaria do ko kono.
And Solomon, what was his rank?
Solomon muna mala makamoti.
Was a lieutenant too.
Tumu ata fanamu lieutenant toleti.
You are both on the same level.
Albibe maka palasa kilingol.
Exactly.
And you know the law required that you report to a police officer, to a magistrate, or to your superior officer.
Yala loi men fo wala nyinde ndin kibar sifa moy ba nyanna fola ila nyaton gole waranto kitite la même magistrate to waranto police o.
He was my superior.
Ate munna nyaton kaltinum.
Would he be the superior officer you reported to?
Atela mu ila nyaton ko de ke danku memma ba.
No.
Ani?
Exactly. So, in any case, so you were taken back to Mile 2, you were not tortured.
No,
I wasn't tortured.
You confessed pretty much to having knowledge.
Yeah.
So then you were charged subsequently and taken to court. Court martial. You told us what happened when it was your turn to testify. Did anybody testify against you? For telling the court martial that you were informed?
Nobody testified. We were promised that there was a tape recorded somewhere. Where all our names were mentioned. But that tape never came out of never came into the court.
How many witnesses were called?
Against me, nil. No witness.
Nobody mentioned your name?
Nobody. Nobody.
So, what happened to your witness statement?
I told my lawyer, Lamin Escamara, all that happened. So, he said he was going to put me in the box. So, on that day, I think Hekoras was aware that I was coming to the box. That morning, Bobaji called me. The military police office. Through Timothy Sanyang. Timothy is still in the army. You can further verify from him. He called me. He said, Oga, you have a call. When did you pick up the call? And Bubaji told me, CDS Tombong said, that there was no need for you to enter the box. That he's doing everything possible to get you out of this case. So I informed my lawyer. He said, if that's the case, there is no need All you want is your freedom.
So, do you know why, if this is true, if this conversation, if this information came from Langtombong, why do you think you are being asked to do what you did?
Salang ife amira ro ya amira ning adra nyukuma kan ko me ya kan nyame nyukuma kan bonna Langtombo ya mune ya sabu ye kan ye ku oke iko menke
Because on that day, if I had entered the box, I would have told the court that I informed him. Maybe that was what he's trying to avoid. He fooled me through Boba by informing me that.
This is another strong allegation.
Counsel. Lieutenant Colonel Timothy Sanyan, now I believe he is a Lieutenant Colonel.
Lieutenant Colonel Timothy Sanyan, say Lieutenant Colonel
He's alive.
Abe baluring.
He's in the army.
Abe soldier yala.
Come verify. I don't have to come here, and lie. I've given you evidences.
So you did not testify?
I did not testify. I did not testify.
And what happened?
We are there, turn by turn. If your turn is up, you go to the box. If so we are there going up and down until when we came to the judgment day.
Mbijele nkabula nyono nimena watu sita we kumandi weta ala sede yaro ke killing. Mbijele wale nyama hanfo kito kuntulungo sita.
So Justice Agim, delivered his I don't know how you call that in your legal terms.
Justice Agim
findings.
Wala nata kulu banke ay mennu je kuonyin kono.
And because of on my statement, I wrote, I have informed Solomon Jame. Justice Agim said, he has no case against me.
Justice Agim yenyim foko among ku soto kiti soto ntela karola.
And I can further refer you to the Froya newspaper on that, because I was even trying to get it online last night, but I could not.
Wodum fanang nsi dula taman seriye no menketa Froya kibar kaitote kunum fango mba katakane online puru nsi o soton no.
Where he said he has no case against me.
Justice niya for damenko among kiti soton te kama.
But you realize that this was a court martial. And the judge advocate does not make the decisions.
That's true.
The decisions are to be made by the president and members of the panel. So the judge advocate can only advise as to the evidence.
The
final decision rests with the president and the members of his panel. At least that used to be the system, as I understood it. Was it like that?
I know that Langton Montamba was the CDS then. He was the convening authority.
I know.
He was the
convening authority. The person who organized the court martial.
So all of us were at his mercy. All of us.
So, he conducted the investigations as part of a panel. He was one of the leaders of the panel.
Exactly.
And also, he was the convening authority. So all of them were somewhat answerable to him. That's what you're suggesting. But those people were to be independent.
They were never independent. Because after when Justice Agim read out his findings,
bring Justice Agim
the president of the court martial,
Kito Bunda Nyin president
name,
Sajo Fofana then,
Sajo Fofana Utumo,
received a call
Commandiro Soto
in front of all of us.
Then
he went down,
between Ajimita Luma,
received the call,
Commandiro Nyinta,
and he spoke to Agim.
Ukola Longa Diamuta Ajimi.
And they said they had a recession, I think.
Ako between Tembo Ibe Kulu Londi la follow.
So they went on break.
Between Otumolem ye Kulu Londi, Itata Fonyondingola.
There,
between Jeto,
we were all worried.
Ketambe Lemo
Because we don't know why they sudden break. So when they went into their chamber and came back, they said, we are all guilty. We are all guilty. We are all guilty, and we were handed our individual sentences. I was handed 25 years.
How did you feel?
Terribly bad. Disappointed.
Disappointed at who? Or at what?
I was disappointed with the whole issue, with everything. Because I thought that was the end of life. That was the end.
And you had to go to Mile 2 prison now.
Yes.
You said you were cheated. You were misled. Is that how you felt while you were at Mile 2?
Pardon me, please.
You said you felt cheated. You felt misled. That's how you felt when you were in the prison.
Amunta ketefe ko ye nakarle wo kola ye nene amunta wole tarete sondo mo kono wato mebe kasola.
Exactly.
Who misled you?
Wale filindi. Bobaji. Because if he had not called me,
Bobaji katunate mante kumandi nung.
I would have entered the box.
Mbedun na keso kono.
And I would have narrated exactly what happened.
And
what would you have said?
I would have said, I have informed, Langton Montamba. Because, I went up to a point that, I couldn't take it anymore.
You went back to prison with this anger. You wanted revenge. True?
I don't revenge. I don't revenge.
Mbuka julu joke.
I'm a Muslim.
Ndemu Muslim moled.
A real Muslim.
Muslim tonya.
You know, I know where you are heading to.
Ngalon ne ibita kandamin.
But I don't revenge.
Bari ntebukan na julu joke.
But you took steps
to
to put Langtombong in trouble, didn't you?
That is not true.
Manke tonyati.
That is not true.
Manke tonyati.
Tell us what happened.
Okay.
Okay.
After serving my prison term for 3 years, 9 months,
Biringa wato ke kaso la sanji saba kari kononto.
on my 9th month,
Na kari kononto njango kono.
normally in prison,
Kol delta kala nyame kaso kono.
I was given a lot of freedom.
Ye mbula ntarata fambulu.
I come out from my cell around 7 o'clock in the morning,
Manda tala woro ula wato nka fintin na selo kono.
and I don't go in until around 7 p.m. in the evening.
Andu mbuka muru selo kono fotala woro ula uraro.
Because
Katu
I used to teach the prison officers
katu nka prison police ulu menu be do kola je nke karandi.
them computer,
Computer do kola.
and I was so with that they've giving me some privileges to enjoy.
O dalilo le asabu ye sulufu dinna pour sikko dolu kije men yalon ko satara wala mundiya ni ko leti.
Mr. Chair, it's now 11:30 for the first break, but I intend to finish with the witness in 30 minutes. So do you want us to finish before we go on the break, or we take the break and then we come back?
No, you may continue. We finish in 30
Thank you.
minutes.
So, Mr. Witness, proceed, please. Remember what I have just said. I want to finish this in 30 minutes.
I'm coming.
E haklo do nganyum fokon laftanga nyimba minute tan sabakono.
So one day, after praying 5 o'clock prayers
Lunkelim bringa alansaro salifoka pare
outside,
bantata.
there was a big knock at the gate.
On kondir baketa bundala.
But then already,
Bari wayata rafanang
Lang was with me in jail.
ntani lambe be sorondin kaso kono.
So when they came in,
Ridun tanang
they said, "Where is Aliuba?"
iko aliubale.
So they went for the Aliuba, those officers who attacked Karton.
Itata aliuba kumandi me ya lonko wolle kelo boy katon kanung.
And went with him.
Inatata.
Then after 20 minutes or so,
Biringa tata hani for minute muang wala o nyomma fangola.
they came with me back with Aliuba.
Imuruta nang kota kaining aliuba.
I said, no, it's Momodou Aliuba.
Ani iko nyinte sulata menna wala Momodou Aliuba.
So that was how I was taken out.
Yente fintindi tenne.
Went to the NIA,
Ntata NIA.
and I was handed over a letter
Ando tumole ye letero dinna.
that I've been pardoned
Ko iyam fatante yenne.
by the president.
President ole yam fatanye.
Yaya Jammeh.
Yaya Jammeh.
And then, what happened after that?
Then
Iyo keta mune natake.
then I was given
This was in November of 2009,
Nine,
isn't
yes.
it?
Inketa November 2009.
And this happened not too long after Lang was arrested and brought to the prison.
Adung yinketa wayatara amamme bake fang ye lamuta ya nati kasola.
yes.
Ha.
Just a few days or weeks.
Il danta drong wala lokum.
Yes.
Proceed.
Sa intenteng.
Then I was given, think, 1 month to take leave.
Ye karikilindin na purunganda ha.
So when I resumed,
Rimuruta do ko
And
ala.
you were reinstated, of course.
yes, I was reinstated.
Ah ye murundi na do ko to na palaso to.
And what happened to your back pay?
Mune keta ila jola mennu tutakko manu mejo mennula.
I was paid my entire, state at mile 2.
yenna wuccew ñi mumew be jole ngamen kanu mailtu.
And then what happened to your career?
Mune dunata ke ila do kuala.
Okay, here, I want to explain something, Council.
Jang left a fensata la jang, Council.
Yesterday, I heard you saying I was, double promoted.
Ununga moy iba falako ye palasi lafa fulale la nyanyo kan.
That's not correct.
Wa amanke o nyaade.
Council, in 2006.
Council 2006.
I was a lieutenant.
Mu lieutenant to letinu.
I was due for promotion.
Andu wayatara inyanta na palaso la fala lembe o tembo mentonu.
I sat to an exam.
Ngalondi kontiboke.
For the rank of a captain.
Andu wo ngalondi kontiboke palaso men kama wole captain palaso.
And I came out first.
Andu ntele ketamoti meye dolu be dang ntele mo foloti.
And it was approved.
Andu isonta purunga makamo soto.
But before tying the rank,
bari jannimbe o makamo sotonna.
I had this problem.
Nyinkole ya ko keta utumole.
So I never tied the captain rank.
Bitu nyina ya kende man captain palaso nying mama kamo kembala.
So now, if you look at between 2006,
ya jube wicheola kabo 2006,
I should have been a captain.
Nyanta kela captain ultinu.
Obviously, 3 years.
Bari ko nyanta kela nyamin sanji saba.
By TACOS.
Ko by
TACOS. That's the terms and conditions of service.
Walem sarto lumenu belaring.
I should be a major.
Nyanta kela major letinu.
This was why I was.
We would come to all that.
Binaulu betole.
So, and then you testified against Langtombo.
Bitung inata loka sede yaroke Langtombo kama.
Lang had his own case.
Lang ya fansung kuole soto.
I don't know what case he had.
Malonde ay mun kule soto.
But he came and found me in jail.
Nata ayentara kasola.
I was released.
Yentebula.
Then subsequently he was charged for treason.
Bitu okola long inata fanan tumi jamfaja wola.
He was going to court.
Basamba kan kitola.
I had no hand in that.
Mambulu soto woto.
I don't know why he's blaming me.
No. Let's not go there.
Okay.
And in kanata woto.
Lang did clearly say that he was sentenced for life imprisonment for treason.
Lang ko ya sorong asiwoto puru jamfaja wo kama.
And he was again charged.
Andu inata kalami koteke.
For involvement in 2006.
Ko adabe 2006 coup d'etat konole.
And you were a witness.
Andun kwete musedo lete.
That's right, Council. I
was
a witness.
You were a witness.
But in my testimony, at the court, I never said Lang was involved. I never said so. What I said was, I have informed him. So, I never said that he was involved in the 2006 coup. Okay. And further, I went to tell them that Bobaji called me and told me that Lang said there was no need for me to enter the box.
Let me ask you. You have never told anybody before that you had informed Lang about the 2006 coup.
2006 coup d'etat.
I have what? Sir?
You had never informed the NIA that Lang was that you had informed Lang of the 2006 coup.
Lang londi 2006 sango coup d'etat.
I did not inform the NIA, but I informed Babakar Jata that I have spoken to Lantom Montama about it.
Ma for NIA ende bari nganyim foko nga for Babakar Jata yenne mengeta 2006 coup d'etat kunyati.
What is surprising
menketa terem makuti jang
is that after 3 years 9 months
wala bring sanji saba karikonon to tambita,
suddenly you emerge from the woodwork as a witness against Lang.
wati sutun kono drong inata fintinang dibo kono kake sedoti kalo lankamma.
That was not against council. No, that was the truth.
Amanke ko ngawuli lankamma, but wala mtonyati.
That was the truth.
Let it be the gospel truth.
Ayeke tonya saharingoti.
The question here is that
you
have not told the NIA, you did not tell Ministry of Justice, and suddenly you just became a witness about information you haven't disclosed. How did that happen?
Council, I told you,
we have to make it faster.
If I were given the time, like my colleagues were being done, every day, you know, going for them, you know, taking them, you know, in and out, you know, I would have done so.
The question I am asking is, you are in prison. You are not communicating with anybody. You have not told the NIA that you had informed Lang. You have not informed Ministry of Justice that you had informed Lang. And suddenly you are released from jail. Nobody had knowledge of what you knew. And suddenly you became a witness against Lang. You became a witness in Lang's case. That is strange.
No, Council, you see, in Mile 2, it's a village. We do talk to each other.
Tell us about Kebaringo Bojang.
Kebaringo Bojang, you know, this was a guy who was brought in Mile 2, severely beaten. You know, so
by who?
No, I don't know, you know, but you know, it was not at Mile 2, you know, he was beaten outside. You
became close to him, correct?
No, that's not correct.
You were never friends?
Never. I just, you know, saw him, you know, in that condition. You know, I felt, you know, sympathy for him. And I had access. You know, going out early morning. So I would organize, you know, hot water. You know, bring this, you know, karité. I don't know how you call it in English. And I would help him to massage the body. Because you know, he was beaten all over the body, and you know, so many scars.
By the security forces?
Of course, yes.
And you said it was by the security forces? And he was not convicted when he was brought to the Mile 2 prison?
No. He wasn't. He was detained.
And who would you say detained him? Just be honest and speak the 100% truth. Who detained him?
According to him, he said he was arrested, you know, and taken to NIA. What he told me, that he was alleged that you know, he buried a juju somewhere in Kanilai. And you know, somebody saw him.
Mo soton tame yaje.
And, reported him.
Andu itata wanyari.
Yes. This is what, he told me anyway.
Ate nyina fonte.
So for burying a juju in Kanilai,
Safo bade Kanilai.
he was taken to NIA, mercilessly tortured,
Ya samba wala NIA ya buteje sangarake.
and sent into prison
Inarana samba kasoro.
without even being taken before a judge or anything.
Hani ma samba kiti tela fa nyati longa.
That's what happened to him.
Amunda wala ketala.
This is what he told me.
Nyina mukuma kaunti ate memfonte.
I was not there.
I see you people are so very nuanced when you come here. Who could have possibly done that from what you knew of the system at the time?
He told me
it was Yajame who ordered for his arrest. This is what he told me, but
who could have possibly ordered for his detention at Mile 2 in violation of all the relevant laws of the country?
Obviously, in a council, nobody can bring anybody at Mile 2 without the authority of the executive.
Council mo bukano mile mo nati no mile 2 ngotu mo kensenke kango mambo kunton koya.
Tell us names, don't tell us titles.
Tol fonye kana makamol fonye mol tol fonye.
Who could have done it?
Mala be okenola.
Ya jamme.
Why do you people have difficulty
pronouncing? No. There's no difficulty here.
So he had a problem with Yaya Jammeh because he buried Jujus in Kanilai, and Yaya Jammeh ordered that he be taken to NIA and Mile 2. That's what he told you.
Is what he told you.
Say it like that.
Ya Jammeh safo sare ya Jammeh narna kango diala purkata bade purkata ka arrest ya samba Mile 2.
But you had this relationship with him. Did you explain to him what has happened between you and Langtombo?
Bari na yin har ma ya soro nyoje fo ya fa ne bam ko la mentambe itani Langtombo ntema ba.
No, I didn't.
Ani mo fa.
So just suddenly out of the blue, Mr. Witness, you got a pardon. And suddenly, miraculously, the state realized that you could be a witness against Langtombong, and suddenly new charges came up, and you became that star witness, and he was convicted.
What is it unkono? Itaketa moti me yalonko. Watembo inata yamfeye me yalonko alafta kila kawa kumulumuti. Biri yamfateye wonya. What is it unkono fanang? Inata 2 milidolu wulindi Langtombong kama. Yo adun saying wolube kola etenata ke sede bambandinguti kalo Langtombong kama nyinkolu kono.
On an issue you have not told anybody apart from Babukar Jata.
Andunga keta kuleti itemam memfo mo womondi ye namanke Babukar Jata.
And you told Babukar Jata some almost 4 years prior.
Okay.
And we told for Babukar Jata in Wato.
That is quite convenient.
No, continue now. What happened is, when I was released from prison, I was taken to the NIA to hand me over my letter. Now, during the discussion there, I told them that in fact in the 2006 coup,
2006 coup d'etat nyinto,
I have informed Langtombo about it. And I also further informed them that Bobaji even called me at the Yundumuno when I was going to court.
Who did you inform at the NIA?
This was I can't recall who, but it was not one man. It was like 4 people.
Well, you should be able
manke
to...
mo kilinti bariya ngamira mo saba nyombe siri njele otumo.
I think
you should be able to remember at
yes,
least one person.
I think you know, Yankuba Baji was one of them.
Ngamira Yankuba Baji bijele no ngate mo kilinti kono otumo.
You see, Mr. Witness, what is surprising in your case?
Were
you the only person who was pardoned?
On that day?
At the same time?
No, it was myself and Yankuba Toure.
And who else was pardoned? Yankuba Toure, he wasn't convicted, was he?
Yankuba Toure?
No, he was detained.
He was just detained.
Yeah, mutale durong bari masorong.
But who else?
That's all. You know, we are the only 2.
On this issue of Langtombong's knowledge of the coup, who else was a witness against him?
Langtombong tamba line to me from Kureta quarter. Ani Jumala Kota Ketaje said,
who? Timothy.
Timothy Sanya Nata Jele.
No. Timothy came to the court too.
Timothy Fananata Kiti Bundalal?
Yeah.
Did he testify along the lines you suggested?
Yes.
Anna said Andrew Dilabang.
But apart from Timothy, did anybody else testify about Langtombong's knowledge of that coup?
For Timothy Kola Modona Sediaro Kele Langtombon Nakola Geo Kudeta Court.
As far as I know, we are the only 2, I think.
So in a sense, you are the sole witness to talk about Langtombong's knowledge of that coup.
Munde telam witness or witness me along witness bambandol membe diamula kola me along ko Langtombong na kureta nyin kola.
Exactly.
You see, what is surprising, Mr. Witness, is you were released in November.
Me ko jahalinde wala nyinde yete bula November le.
You were reinstated.
So
you were pardoned.
Not
only that, you were reinstated. You would say that these are 2 benefits, isn't it? The pardon itself is one benefit. The reinstatement is a second benefit, you agree? And the third is you were paid back all the salaries which you were not entitled to because you were convicted.
It
was unlawful to have paid you all that salary. Because the pardon is prospective, it cannot be retrospective.
So
you were not entitled to be paid all that salary. You never worked for it. Your conviction, according to them, was lawful.
Counsel, I was wrongly convicted.
And who is the judge for that? Who has the legal authority to pronounce that your conviction was unlawful?
The
pardon has nothing to do with the lawfulness of the conviction. By granting you pardon does not mean that your conviction was unlawful. So by being paid that salary for almost 4 years, it was unlawful. So you agree that these are 3 important benefits? You agree that?
Yeah, there are benefits, but also I believe my conviction was unlawful.
But even if your conviction was unlawful, the pardon was not the remedy that would entitle you to the payment of that salary. It would have taken a court finding that your conviction was unlawful and it is reversed, and then an order be made that you be paid your salaries.
Kiti bunda le nyanta sila ya kiti kabo nyoto ko ila sorondiro nin silo manta nyola woto dalilo kan itila ko ibajibe la kajako woto yawu cew men ke kasola woto nyante la kollo nyante la jomurundi le kanne wayri la sorondiro nin silo manta nyola munta ye soron sila jenkere ngole kan wodoron ne sio keno.
Yaya Jammeh did not have the legal authority
Yaya Jammeh man ni sembo soto loi la karola
to order that you be repaid all that salary.
Ka foko ye la kari jolu murundi kan.
So it was unlawful.
Ufawni loi manda.
But the important thing here is that you have received these three major benefits. You agree that these are three major benefits. And then the next one is you were given a promotion which you say you had earned. But you would agree that that was also extinguished by your conviction.
But then, at that time, if they had wanted to, give me a captain rank, I would have been below my, juniors.
But wouldn't you say that your conviction, in fact, disqualified you? So by even being given that captain rank, you have been compensated again. So that is a fourth benefit. Isn't it?
That's it, yeah.
And then you were not only restored your captain rank, you were promoted from captain instantly to major.
Amanda nyinda manna ye buluma sai ye palaso di la menketa captainoti ina te la palaso wulindi koteke ye ke mejoti.
That was the next rank.
Wale makama kotengoti membe nyato
which I was due for.
Me yalon ko nyanta futara wale manungo tembo.
If I had not been in jail.
Natara manta nun kasola.
But the fact is you were in jail. And therefore not qualified. So you would agree you have received these 5 major benefits. All in one swoop. In one package. And what you gave was evidence against Langtombo. That evidence was bought. You were induced to give that evidence. Isn't that the truth?
No. Council, I cannot agree with that.
So you want to tell us that it was just a coincidence? There was so much manna from heaven. Suddenly also you had to provide that evidence all by coincidence.
Amunta elafta nyimfula nyenko kule benta. Amunta keta kuning kule benta. Yo nying kairo ni nemo membe jita nang iteye. Wobe koto nata keitefe ko nying kule ning kubenta. O dalilu le ya sabu. O tiblo dula soto.
I don't agree with you on that, Council.
Council manso wala.
Nobody, induced me.
Well,
in fact, I was released around November. Lang's case came up around July, August, 2010.
July, August, July 2010.
Mr. Witness, in November you gave a statement to the NIA.
Sedo November kono. You said they are the NIA la.
Yes.
Ha.
Exactly.
That's true.
So just look at it. In one swoop, in November, in one day, you got a pardon. You got a reinstatement. You get your salaries repaid for almost 4 years. You're promoted twice. And all you had to do was sign on that piece of paper that I informed Langton Bontamba. Whether or not that information is true, you gave it to the NIA in exchange for that big package of goodies.
Council, I will never, I was never induced. Council, and I will never lie against, Langton Montamba.
I'm not suggesting you lie.
No, please wait, I'm coming. You see, Allah has time for everything. It was my time to leave jail at that time. And then, it was also...
Why did you not refuse to give that incriminatory evidence? Why didn't you refuse to give that evidence?
I could not, refuse because, that was the truth. That was the truth.
You could not refuse because you were given the best treatment any soldier in this country was given at that time.
No.
Show me, tell me of a soldier who received a pardon, a repayment of all his past salary, and a double promotion, all in one swoop.
They are here. They are around.
Give me examples.
Bunja Dabo. Wasakamara. Yaya Dabo.
That is this regime. We are talking about Yaya Jammeh's regime.
We
are talking about Yaya Jammeh's regime. We are not talking about this period. We are talking about Yaya Jammeh's regime.
But it was Yaya Jammeh, who pardoned them.
Yes, but did Yaya Jammeh reinstate them into the army?
He did not, reinstate them.
Exactly.
But then, eventually, they were reinstated
by another government. Show me any soldier who received a full pardon, a reinstatement, payment of back salaries, and double promotion during Yaya Jammeh's government.
Council, I cannot say that.
Exactly, because it doesn't exist. What I'm trying to drive at is, Mr.
But I know
Witness,
that,
this, it smells. And it smells of collision. It smells of a deal that secured your release from jail and propelled to higher positions at army headquarters in exchange for some testimony. that sent Lang Tombong in jail for some other 25 years. That ran concurrently with his life sentence. That is what happened. Whether or not the accusation you made was true or false, this is the context in which the accusation was made. You exerted revenge.
No. Council, what I believe was, it was Allah's time that it could be known.
Are you saying it's poetic justice? He misled you? That is your suggestion? He betrayed you? Now it's karma? No, it's karma. What goes around comes around. What you sow is what you reap. So it was his turn to also experience that. Is that what you suggested?
No, I did not say that. I said earlier here that I don't revenge. I don't revenge. But when I say this, it was Allah's time that it would be known.
Mr. Witness, don't reduce it to Allah, Allah, Allah. If you reduce it to Allah, 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 we all sit at home and blame Allah for everything, and there would be no hearing. We are talking about your own actions. You gave a statement which formed the basis of Lang's conviction, which occurred conveniently after you have received these 5 lofty benefits from the same government that wanted Lang in jail. And you gave this evidence almost contemporaneously with the benefits that you received. You cannot tell that that does not smell badly of collision.
To me, there was no jamfa. I said, exactly what happened.
You are missing the point. The point is not whether what you said was true. The issue is it was taken out of the magic bag almost exactly the time you were being given all this bag of goodies. That was a wonderful piece of exchange. It could not have been coincidence.
And then also, I was never seduced, never.
If you were not seduced, you were induced.
And I was never induced to, because I gave my statement voluntarily.
But of course, you agreed to the deal.
What deal?
The deal to have a pardon. No. Mr. Witness, you realize that as at that same time, another deal was being cooked at mile 2. By Bunja and and Yaya Dabo and others to also do Langtombong in at that time.
And
all of it, all those accusations form the basis of one indictment.
And
you testified.
And
you were released. Those who refused to testify were not released. How can you convince us that a deal was not struck?
There was never a deal. Council, I was released 8 months. 8 months before I testified against law.
So you were released within days of which you made that incriminatory statement. The importance here is not the date of the trial. It's the date you gave the statement. That was the day you did him in.
Yes.
No further questions, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Ba, for coming to testify before the Commission. Commissioners, if you have any questions to ask him, Commissioner Samba, you have the floor, please.
Commissioner Samba
thank you, Chairman.
Chairman.
Mr. Ba.
Mr. Ba.
Yes, Commissioner.
I want to ask you about one thing. When you were sitting at that table, you held the Holy Quran and swore. Yesterday, the information we got from Lantombon Tamba. Lantombon Tamba said he was not tortured. But today,
was mercilessly beaten.
Today you said Lantombong was mercilessly tortured. He was beaten. And you said you even helped to massage some people's bodies in the jail. So I want to ask you whether the torture that we are talking about was meted on Lantombong or not.
Thank you very much, Commissioner.
I think you may not have understood my my statement.
No.
I didn't call his name that he was tortured. I didn't say that. I was referring to Kebaringo Bojang.
Not Lantombon Tamba.
Not Lantombon Tamba.
Lantombon better la je wato men fo ita fana bijele.
When Lantombong was there, were you also there at the same time? Yes, he found me there.
Yalo jama ni samba NIA ni lipa ni nata.
In many cases, if people are taken to the NIA and after they were tortured and brought back, the inmates in the jail usually come to realize that this particular person has been tortured. So that's what I'm asking about, whether when he came back, when he was brought back, didn't you see him or didn't you hear it from anybody else that he was tortured?
Anyway, Namantara, block killing.
Anyway, I was not in the same block with him. But what we had there, that he was beaten.
Thank you very much.
Commissioner Kinte, you have the floor.
Commissioner Kinte fanan lafte nyinin kala.
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Greetings.
Alaikum salam.
Modu.
You told us that you had at a timely moment you informed the Lantombon Tamba.
nyin ko biring afote drong ya wato la wato kamno ya kibaro di lantom bontamba.
But he talked you off.
Bari aye kuntu akundute nyato.
And later in the night, he made a call through his orderly.
Andu suto la anate kumandi bari ay kumandiro nyin tambindi ala orderly lela.
Confirming his knowledge of the coup and that they were already implementing some arrests.
Ka fayon ko nyin kuleta me ya fanye silang mbota kalamale adung ngada mutale purka molu muta.
What I understand is you said it was after that, was it immediately or a little later that you contacted Babukar?
Lafta mello no wole nyinti wo kumandiro kola o noto le mfe Babukar kumandi bamfa akola le muinata kumandi.
Okay, thank you.
Numbara.
I called Babukar, I think, around 8-9 in the evening.
Ngamere nga Babukar call talan sey kata talan konon tole kang uraro.
When I arrived home.
From
work.
You also informed us that the panel, Lang's behavior took you by surprise. That it seems he had even never known you before. Even though you had done all this effort to have informed him timely.
Andu wayata itenyin katakulu menu beke kakibaro diala juna.
I believe that must have been contributed immensely, or in fact exclusively, to have landed you to a court martial.
Ngamira wo fangole nata ke daliloti wala wala fang mukoti men nata kendi hanfo ite nata fanje sojar kito nyati limula.
Don't you think so?
We momira.
It can be a factor.
Asikeno to nyati ya ke daliloti.
Now, with all those experience, why were you fooled for a second or third time when you were called to decline from going into the box? And it was in that box that you will have the opportunity to reveal what would have vindicated you.
Wole be kela siloti puru isi kibaro sata je me yalon ko wole be te kanandila nun wole be bondila nambaro kono.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Numbara Commissioner.
Commissioner, you see, Lang was the most senior on that panel.
Ya je melu bebe o panel otonu lanne la palaso be ibe nyato.
And number two,
Flanjam.
He was the convenient authority of that court martial. So we were all at his mercy. There was nobody who could have saved us there apart from Allah. Imagine, we were at the High Court, and then, suddenly, it was taken out, from the High Court, to a court martial. We all know what, a court martial means. What, in fact, before you appear at the court martial, already your fate is, decided.
Kiti sojar kito fang momenti wotembo janni fang belo la sojar kito nyati lungla wakatarle iteliete la kuo feuja inyanta menkele la yo parendi. So we were under the mercy of Langton Montamba, so we were helpless. What we can do? Wotembo mbebe Langton Montamba la sembole koto sembeten na ferete mbulun semenkeno.
Yeah, Mr. Ba, what surprised me is that it was Langton's vindication of Sheriff Diba that warranted his removal from the panel. Prompt removal.
Meyen tereng sedo. Lantom boye fero menke puru ka Sheriff Diba bondi nambaro kono wala fanana take sababoti hanfo yate lantom bom fongo da bondi paneloto o noto.
And he had claimed to be honest to Allah to have said what he did.
andung ay nyim foko ala nya tilingula ay tonya ni tilingula tamandikang wo koto ay men sata wonya pour ay menke panelo to wonya.
Why do you think he would have cheated you that same truth?
Munana ite be nyimira la woto ate yete nakarile tonya kilingo nyinkang ate o tonya to.
Commissioner, here I think it's only Lang who can explain that.
Lang commissioner ngamera je lam fango drone si o satano menketa.
Because if Lang was out for justice,
katu tonya nil lambe tilingu nin tonya silole noma kanu,
he wouldn't have put me in trouble.
Atente dundila nun nambaro kono.
He wouldn't have put that, and
ateo kela nun.
By asking Bo to call me,
andung akafo boye woyente kumandi,
I had to believe him.
Funga lala.
I wanted my freedom.
Left na fansoto lela nun.
So that was why I did not enter the box.
And you could not even smell the rat that he is deceived.
No.
No, I did not.
Thank you.
Allah, Allah Akbar. If there are no further questions, can you please proceed, Mr. Ba, to make your concluding remarks?
Saying wairi commissioner loti je membe nyinin kala Mr. Ba. Ite fanang ibela diamo kumfala kumakangulu menula. Tenteng yeos fonyen.
Chairman. Commissioners.
Commissioner lu.
Lead counsel and the team.
Lead counsel na do kunyolu.
The audience here.
La mori la lu membijang.
First, I thank you all.
Follow mbali benu mbarala.
You guys are doing a great job here.
Albedo kuma bale ke kanjang.
I don't have much to say.
Kuma jama tente bulumbe memfola.
We are all Gambians.
Mbemu Gambian kolleti.
We have fought each other in one way or the other.
Nganyo man torale nyakilingu nyama wala nyado nyama.
And we were all responsible for it.
Andu ntele fangulu be la baro muoti.
Because truth was never told.
Katu tonya manfonu.
People were just out to look for either positions or names or loyalty or anything.
Molu be men no makanu wala mkapalaso lu soto wala kafo kari sonta kari male wala kari be kari le noma wala soto bulo wala femfen drong molu be wala nyinin kanu.
And they will do anything possible just to have that.
Andung ajare asikeye ay futa kokundi ndo telebe menkela pour we soto.
It doesn't worth it.
Amman futa auto fang.
We are here in this world. It's a very short time. And we will all be accounted for one day. So what basically I want to put through here is Gambians, we need to not forgive each other. We need to appreciate each other. And let us bury the past. And look forward for the future. For me, Emeba, I have forgiven anybody who have wronged me either this way or that way.
Momondi ye kuja ukenna ya fomma ya tili na nyaunyandi nyama mfata beto.
And I want also
to
appeal to Gambians.
Lafta wasila Gambian kolu fanali.
Anybody that I have offended,
nga momondi kamfandi wala nga momon tonyeng,
knowingly or unknowingly,
mbota kalama bang mambo kalama bang,
I want you to forgive me.
Alimbal danila aliye yamfanye.
Thank you very much, Chairman.
Allah barka bake, Chairman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Emeba, for coming to testify before the Commission.
Mr. Emeba, isonta kana sede yaro la commission nyatilimula.
We'll take a short break and come back at 1 o'clock.
Mbe wati sutuntala kata dahala ngamuruna ntalankiling.
Meeting is adjourned.